What's up, guys? Universe here. Listen, today we're going to talk about virtual assistants. Basically, I'm going to give you 5 steps or 5 things that you should know about virtual assistants. And I have a friend or somebody that I know that does virtual assistant. I'll leave his Instagram on the description below. But no further ado, let's get into this. First things first, let me give you a small description about virtual assistant. Virtual assistant is basically like a virtual secretary, basically where you're making calls, running through person schedules, doing the things that a secretary does, except virtually or remotely at home. Let's get started with the steps. Starting with step number 1, focus on what you can offer. Now, as I said on the beginning of the video, there's things where you do, like you make calls, schedule their meetings, run through their day. But you could do so many other things like social media management, or you can even do social media marketing, emailing, calendar management, basically schedule management. There's a bunch of other things that you can do, but mainly is data entry, scheduling the call, scheduling their day, making them calls, basically things like that is what mainly virtual assistants do. And it's okay that if you don't know how to do social media management, just don't offer it. Focus on what you can offer. Focus on what the things that you know how to do, and then with the experience and with time, then you can offer more things. You can offer different types of things. Maybe next thing you know, you learn bookkeeping, and you tell your client, your customer, you tell them, look, now I could do bookkeeping. If you want to do bookkeeping, it's just going to be an extra $5 an hour or whatever it may be. So you start with a certain thing. You start with 3 certain things. Say you start with data entry, emailing, and scheduling their day. Then you start learning, gaining experience, and you move on to social media management, or social media marketing. You can move on step by step, in gaining experience, so that you could then offer more things. But if you cannot offer, as I said in the beginning, if you cannot offer social media management, it's okay. It's perfectly fine. Some people don't want you to manage social media. They just want somebody specifically just for that. And they don't want you to do it. And that's perfectly fine. Focus on the things that you can offer. Not things that, it looks easy, I'm going to try it out. No, you gain experience, as I said, and then you do it. Another thing is schedule your business the right way. Now, you can start with a sole proprietorship, which is basically, you're basically self-employed. The only thing with that is that you have the risk of losing your personal assets in case you get sued or some certain thing. Yes, you could get sued. You're part of the business industry, but no worries. You might say, forget about it. I'm not going to do it anymore. I don't want to do it. There's another way you can do it, which is building an LLC, which basically protects, which basically separates your personal assets from your business. It separates them. So in case your company gets sued, no worries. You still have your house, you still have your car, you still have your stuff. So basically you get to choose between a sole proprietorship or starting your business as an LLC. So it's basically really up to you. Most people do sole proprietorship, but as I said, I'm just putting this out to you so that you know the risk that you have, just in case you decide to go through sole proprietorship instead of an LLC. Now, I'm not telling you don't do sole proprietorship and just do LLC. If you can't do LLC, it's perfectly fine to do sole proprietorship just do everything the correct way, and everything will be fine. Because I know people that do sole proprietorship don't have an LLC. The person that I put his Instagram in the description below, I believe he does sole proprietorship. I believe it's not an LLC, and so far, from what I've known, he's doing pretty well for himself. Step 3 is show your presence. Basically, you might ask how. Like, what do you mean show my presence? I basically mean like create an account on Fiverr or Upwork, which is free of charge. But here's the little hook to it, which is, you out of every transaction that you do, you're only getting 80%. They'll get 20% of it. So that's like the only hook of it. But basically, you're starting. You create your account for free. Just at every transaction, you keep 80% and they take 20%. I believe this is how it is. But you don't have to pay to create an account or anything like that. But create a presence, and put all the details and all the descriptions of the things that you can do, the hours that you can put in. Don't say that, I'm putting in 8 hours. Like I could work for you for 8 hours when you can only work for 4. Okay, so just be honest. It's a lot better if you're honest than when you lie. I think that's already pretty obvious. But basically, create a presence. You could do it through social media. Contacting business owners or people that you see that are busy people. Say, hey, do you have a virtual assistant? I could be a virtual assistant. I offer you this. I offer you this. I offer you that. I could work these days with these certain amount of hours, etc., etc. But usually what people do is that they go on Fiverr or Upwork and they put up their services, the things that they offer, the things that they can do. So if it's in virtual assistant, you say, I'm a virtual assistant, I work for these amount of hours, I do data entry, I do scheduling your day, making calls, etc., etc. Number 4, find friends in your niche. So your niche is obviously going to be virtual assistant. And I already have somebody for you, which I'll leave his Instagram in the description below. I'm also going to put my Instagram in there in case you guys want to follow your boy. But basically, short thing is that it's better to know people who are in the industry, who are in your niche. Don't look at them as competition. Just look at them as friendly competition, basically. But by friendly competition, I mean somebody that can help you grow, somebody that can give you advice, somebody that can teach you things that you don't know. So he can help you with that. He could give you advice in case you make a mistake. He tells you, look, instead of you doing this, do this certain thing, whatever it may be. So it's always better to have friendly competition. To, even if you think that he's your competition and because of this guy I'm gonna shut down, I'm not gonna do business, work with him. Because it's better to work in that industry than for you to work alone. You have no backup. Basically, if you make a mistake and you don't know what to do, you're lost. If you're just lost. But if you have somebody next to you, a friend that is in that industry, you can rely on him and ask him, dude, I did this, what should I do next time? And there he's gonna give you the advice on what you should do next time. So it's I think it's very important for you to find a friend in your niche. Last but not least, it might seem very simple, but I believe it is very important, and that is make your clients happy and ask for feedback. Do I have to really detail it or explain it? I think that you always need to make your clients happy, because those are going to be the person that's going to give you references and is going to say whether you did a bad job or a good job to whoever asked them, hey, should I hire this person? So I think you should always make them happy and then ask for feedback. And don't think, this guy thinks he's better than me, this guy thinks that he knows it all, whatever. Accept the damn feedback. Take the feedback in and say, okay, he said I should tell him 2 days later before I make his schedule, or he wants me to do his schedule 1 whole week. Take the damn feedback. Take it and say, okay, I'm sorry for that. But thank you so much for the feedback. I'm gonna work on it. Then go out and work on it. So take the feedback. Don't think that you're Mr. Perfect and that whatever your client says is, oh, he's a dummy. He doesn't know what this business industry is all about. No, that's the guy that's paying you, or that's the guy or gal that is paying you. Like, you have to accept their feedback and work on it. So do that. I mean, I think that is very simple but yet very important. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget, I left my friend's Instagram below. If you want to start Virtual Assistant, go ahead and follow him. And don't forget to follow me on Instagram, and I'll leave my TikTok also in the description below. Don't forget, please to subscribe and like the video, and let me know in the comments below what other business industry or business idea you would like for me to give you steps on. So go ahead and comment that also below, and don't forget to have a great and productive day.